Hopefully this is going to be okay. Let's see. All right. So today we're going to be working on posture realignment. You're going to need a little stool or a little chair. Oh, sorry, Facebook. You didn't see that. There we go. Something to place weight on. A little bench like the one I have at the back, anything that you can place your hands on, basically. So you go ahead and grab that, and we're gonna get started in a couple of minutes, just so we can be uh, ready for in terms of time. I'm trying to find a good spot so that light will not be too distracting. So, okay, when you're ready, you're not gonna need anything else. Hopefully, we're gonna have enough time to get to dance also a little bit. So, okay, here we go. So, hello, hello. People are saying hello from different parts. Hello to you too. All right, so let's get started and have your bench by your side for now and reach the arms up and back and over. Allow for the arm to turn within the shoulder. So you're not going to be doing this. You're going to allow for the palms to change their orientation. And while doing this, we're also going to allow the spine to curve and arch. And we're also going to allow for the hips to sit back and for our knees to bend. So this is starting from the arms, but it is a full body movement. Let's just do a couple more. Good. Almost there. Last one. Swing the arms up and then come down to your bench. So hopefully you can see me. There, let me turn a little bit this way. Good. So the further away you step the feet, the more difficult this is going to get. I'm just gonna show you different options and you can decide what you would like to do. But for now, take a moment here to allow for some realignment if you need to. So make sure that you're not locking the knees or locking the hips or locking the elbows. So there is a slight bend in the knees and a slight bend in the elbows, and all of that is going to change in just a bit. Let's take our head forward and then push it away. And notice how that changes the distribution of your weight, of the weight over your hands. Notice also that this is very common when you're dancing in an embrace. A lot of people push their head too far forward or pull their chin too far in. Probably great for some, neck yoga, but not so great when you're dancing with someone. So 2 more. Last one. And find somewhere in between. Let me just take this hair out of the way. That's it. Okay, so let's do the same thing with the torso. So you're dropping between your 2 shoulders, and then you're pushing away. So drop, and then push away. Drop, so you would basically be collapsing here towards your partner, and then push away. Drop. And we don't want to be basically at these two ends, either with the head or with the torso. Notice how much work you're putting here to push away, and how much weight you're carrying here when you're collapsing. And you've probably experienced that in an embrace as well. Collapse. Push away. It's great for the scapula though. So if you are suffering from any scapula issues, this is a great exercise. So it's good for something, but not for Tango. 4 more here. 3, 2, 1. Good. Roll back. Let's take a little break. Swing up and back. And we're going to make our way all the way down, but little break here, just to get off our wrists. Okay. Swing up, and when you're ready, let's go back down and see what happens when we reposition our hips. So focus on the hips. The rest of the spine will still be probably affected, but just focus the source of the movement on the hips. And you've probably experienced that as well. Notice how your weight changes the moment you change the position and orientation of the pelvis. And really try to get to the two ends. So you're really arching and you're really curving. As much as you can, of course. Not. So we're trying to exaggerate the ends in order to be able to define the center. Let's do 4 more like this. And again, this might be great for your lower back. And the hamstrings may be stretching and the glutes, but again, not good for Tango. The ends. And last one. Okay. And now let's go down into the feet and shift the weight forward. And then fall back over our heels. So notice how much more pressure you have over your hands when you're over the toes. And how much disconnected you are here when you're over the heels. Front. And back. Also notice how the rest of the body changes. Now the muscle here engages a lot more around your legs and around your core. So all of these things are happening when you're standing upright and you don't have a stool for a partner, but you have a human being. So if you've ever gotten feedback as saying you're too heavy or you're pushing too much, it might be how you distribute the weight. Or it might be something else, of course. 4 more. Try as we go to identify the center where things are just right. Where things are just right. Sorry, I'm pushing this away at the same time. 2 more. Last one. And release. Let's take another break here. Reach up and down and up and down and up. We have a little bit more work to do. And up and down. So let's put the balance factor into the game. So 1 foot. We're going to be changing feet between the exercises. Let's go. So same idea, but let's start from a 4-point balance and then shift to a 3-point balance. Lift the other foot off the floor. Okay, so let's go head first and then pull back. Push forward and then push back. And notice now that you're on 1 foot, how this shift really impacts your balance. 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and change feet. Shift over to the other side. And now we have the torso. So find the head in the middle, so not pushing forward and not pulling away. Somewhere in the middle. And now let's play with the torso pressing down. And notice that that messes the head as well. And pushing away. Pressing down and pushing away. And if this feels like a push-up, it's because it is kind of a push-up, right? So you have your weight here and you need to push it away. Push it away. 4, 3, 2, 1, and find middle, somewhere in the middle, where you have suspension in the elbows, but you don't feel that you need to really work, and your head can rest in this in-between position, and change feet. Reach up, and hips change. And now this will be much more obvious on how we are distributing the weight. Notice how your whole spine is changing. Notice if you're trying to keep things in place. If you do, notice how that is kind of difficult and it restricts your breathing. And we have 2 more. And a last one. And a release, and we're almost there, guys. Almost there. Here we go. Change over to the other side, and this is the toughest one. Get set, roll forward, and back. And notice that now you're not only falling forward and backwards, but you're also, there is a little bit of a wave to the right and to the left. Almost there. Almost there. Last 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And release. Don't change right away on 2 feet. Let's do a quick curve. And arch. And find middle. roll forward and back and find middle. And slowly roll your way up. Good. And settle. Okay, all right. So, quick check here. Hopefully we're doing good. Something strange happened. Sorry, give me 1 second, guys. I think we've lost connection. Yep, we did lose connection. Or maybe not. Okay, strange things are happening with our web. Okay, so let's add a little bit of movement to this. Okay, so start on one side of your little bench that you might have here, and start with a swing at a comfortable distance. We're slowly going to be bringing this up in just a few seconds. Step and connect. And now drop, so squaring off the shoulders, and push away, drop, and push away. And notice how much work is required by both. Drop, push away. Last one, drop, and push away, and now find middle. So some of the work is going into the legs, releasing the arms a little bit, and you should feel ready to move from here. Push away, and change over to the other side. I need to make some readjustments, but it sort of works. Okay, so let's go over to the other side with a little swing to start. And step. And connect. Notice the first point of connection. And now drop, squaring everything off. And now push away, really pushing away from your partner. Collapse and push away. Square off and push away, square off and push away. And now find middle, somewhere in the middle. There we go. When you're ready, push back and change over to the other side. We're just going to do one for each side, and then we're going to take it up to proper standing. Let's go. Swing. And step. And square. Play with the shoulders. Try to identify how this positions, how you felt being in an embrace where something like that has happened. A lot of pressure is coming in. One more. And up, and then find middle. Bring some work into the legs and feel that the whole body is now creating this posture. And push away. And change over. Let's swing. Long hair trouble. Good step. And square off. Push away. Square off. Push away. Two more. Push away. Last one. Push away and find center. So there is some buoyancy. Here we're not locking in a position, and we're more ready to move. And push away and take the stool or the chair away. And let's bring it up. So if you have like a wall close to you, that will be helpful. Just turning you around so you guys can realign slightly. Nope, a little bit more. I need a little bit. That's it. Okay, so let's use, hopefully we can have some music in as well playing it soon. Okay, perfect. All set. All right, so let's use exactly the same situation. Step your feet slightly back. And now here this will be more familiar, right? So if you drop the head and if you pull away, drop the head and pull away. And notice how much this little movement changes the distribution of your hands. Pull away. Last one. Push forward. Pull away. Find center. Yeah. Now let's go down. Collapse. Push away. And push away. Two more. Collapse. Push away. And last one. Collapse. Push away. Find center. Good. And now the hips. Curve under. And see how this takes you away from your partner. And arch. And curve. And arch. And curve. It makes you fall back. And this makes you fall forward. Last one. Curve. And arch. And find center. And roll forward. And back. And that's a little bit more obvious here, right? And squeaks. Front. And back. Last one, front. And back. And find center. Even in this plank position, find center. Where you have some weight in the hands, some weight in the legs, nicely distributed, and then walk in. And let's take a moment to find this. Align the head so it's not pushing forward or back. Check with the chest, check with your hips, and check with the weight. So hopefully we're feeling good. Let's put some music on to seal the deal. Oops, sorry, there we go. And my suggestion to you is that you play during this dance, that you play as much as possible without feeling that you're stuck. But you play with projecting and coming in, project and come in before you step, just like we finished our practice last week. So, and you'll see me do that very thing. Let's see. pause this because it's going to go.
Yo me acuerdo que en el Marabú, cuando empecé más o menos.
Okay, so let's see. I'm going to try to pinpoint a few things based on my experience of this dance, but just don't only focus on these things. Try to find your own into this, into this thought process. So it's more of a process than to actually isolate specific stuff. So let's see a couple of things. When we're projecting back, and let's do this together. Say you're starting from this position where the masses of your body are aligned and they're balanced. You switch over to one leg, and this is a moment to find this balance again. Similarly to what we did over that the stool or the chair, you don't want to suddenly end up. So let's take a moment here, and then let's project back. And this is sometimes what happens to me. So the head stays forward. If that happens to you as well, let's identify it, try to see what we need to do. And the problem doesn't only lie in the head, it's like a full body alignment. So, and similarly, if you're noticing that you're doing something that puts stress in the body like this, or that doesn't allow you to breathe comfortably, stuff like that, try to make a different choice. Let's do 2 more. If you feel pain in the hips, try to make a different choice, and then take a step. Let's do the same thing going forward. Now you don't have, but and interesting things happen here too. Sometimes we do this. Like exaggerating that, the action of the leg that swings. Notice how much of that pelvic tilt you need, and avoid ending up in positions such as this. And head as well, right? Two more. Last one. And step. Then switch over. We did one leg, now we're going to do the other. Now your process. Scan from top to bottom. Notice if you're stressing the body in some way. Notice if your breathing changes. Notice if you are ready to move or if you're feeling stuck even for a second. Notice if there's any pain or discomfort. Good. Last one. Go. And now we're going to do the same thing going forward. Oh, there we go. See? Sometimes habits pop up. So find a way to commit to going forward that doesn't put stress in the body. Check with the knees, check with the hips, with the lower back, with the neck. Good. 2 more. Last one and step. Do you have time for another song? Maybe? Maybe? No. Okay. It doesn't matter. We're going to recap on these next week. So look out for the exercise of the week. It's going to be something capturing all of these stuff. And send me your questions if you have any at krissa.assis@bautanz.com or right here through social media, YouTube, Facebook, anything you like. And thank you very, very much. I hope I'll see you next Wednesday for our midweek tango practice. Take care.